Hi.
Hi, how are ya?
You guys look very festive.
We're actually broke out the old pom-pom for this one.
New Christmas album. We need to talk about your Christmas album because, after all, case your unparalleled sibling harmonies.
You're not wrong.
What made you guys decide to come up with a Christmas album this year to begin with?
Well, it's actually been a project that's been in the works for 4 years, I think, because we recorded Joy to the World right at the beginning of the career, and actually we sent that to radio. And then last year we decided to make the process move on a little bit and recorded Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Oh Holy Night. And then we're like, well, why don't we just finish the album, seeing that we're not touring in, the last year. And so that's kind of what ended up happening, is a lot of people had requested us doing a Christmas album. So what better time to do it than in the middle of a pandemic?
So it's been Christmas basically for the last 2 years for you guys.
Yes, yeah, we actually brought Christmas lights in here and kind of decked it out well in advance of the season. So it had to feel like it was the mood.
It can be Christmas all year round for me, for all for what I would love.
I love that.
It sounds like you guys really put a lot of thought into this. You can tell that you clearly all sat down and said, all right, if we're making a Christmas album, we are making a Christmas album. It is insanely good. It is so badass. And even the songs you wouldn't expect. Like Carol of the Bells blows you away.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer.
Oh, thank you. We had so much fun doing it. I think over the years you put these ideas together, and being a sibling band, being that we love leaning into the harmonies. One thing that did happen this last year is that we built our own studio, or the last year and a half or so, we built our own studio, and so we were able to take the time that we wanted to really develop and work on the elements that we wanted for the Christmas album. Christmas is a time where you can explore some different options too, and I think it gives you a little bit of latitude to be able to try some new things, and that's really what we did. Having our own studio gave us that time to be able to come in and really work out the harmonies that we wanted and kind of develop the direction that we wanted the album to take, and it was a lot of fun.
How do you take a song that everybody knows and you know so well, and you did it on more than just that one on your album, but that one just really stuck out to me because it's my favorite. How do you take something that's so familiar, so well known, and just change it into your own thing?
We worked hard on that one didn't just happen overnight, that's for sure. We actually started originally, the whole song was going to be a cappella, is how we had originally planned to do that one. And so the song comes in and the first portion is all a cappella, just vocal. And partway through we were just like, you know what, we feel like we need to take this thing in another direction. So as a band, we were like, why not? Let's come in with the full band partway through and make this thing a little bit different, to your point, than anything we've heard, because we've heard a cappella versions of it. Not that we felt like we did our own thing, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We portion of it, but we were like, we've heard a cappella versions, we've heard band versions of the song. We haven't really heard anything where they kind of have two chapters within the same song and take it a complete different direction part way, and so that's kind of what we leaned into. So
you decided to melt everyone's face off.
One thing, when you're staring that screen with a blank slate saying we're going to do an a cappella version and trying, Dusty came in and we just tried so many different variations of how to get the song started and how are we going to amalgamate these songs. And it was really a neat process, because as we started to develop the ideas and they started coming together, then our producers kind of heard the vision and then they kind of jumped in, and it was just kind of a real collective process in getting it to where it kind of wound up. Right?
It sounds exhausting. It sounds mind-numbing. It sounds like I would hate everyone involved. but the product was beautiful, the finished product.
Producers are like, all right, here's the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Now be better. Okay, so we love this Christmas album. The Grinch song is really cool too, because no one's done a take like that on the Grinch.
Mr. Grinch, you're a mean one, Mr.
Why?
Grinch.
Is it because of all the children in your lives that you felt like, well, let's do the Grinch?
It's one of the main reasons.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit out of the box too. I remember, as we were discussing different songs to do, that one, it sticks out. I remember hearing the Darius Rucker version, and it sticks out from a lot of other Christmas songs. And I remember it just being one that pretty much every one of us were really excited about from pretty well right from the start on. I think the whole process of deciding which songs were going to be on the record was one of the most exhausting things, probably more than recording it, because I remember us going in circles. Remember, like, the process involved in trying to come up with it. We all brought lists in, and then that list became a list, and then that list was compared with our producer's list, and then that turned into a discussion, and that was exhausting.
The other thing too is being a sibling band, we look for opportunities to try to bring those elements that make us who we are, and we felt like that was a song that we could really lean into that would kind of highlight some of the differences that we have as siblings in our vocal ranges and different kind of timbres to our voices and things like that.
Right up to What Child Is This, where Dusty like shatters the glass on that one.
Love to know for this album, but for all of your albums, really, who some of your biggest influences are, because I've seen just recently, like, you guys did the tribute to Adele.
Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to.
What would you say is the influences that put together the sound that makes you who you are?
We go through the brothers, and I think there's probably a little bit of everything, because we have like rock, we have the pentatonics, where Dusty is huge on like the harmony vocal arrangements. We have gospel roots. I love a lot of pop stuff and R&B stuff. Luke loves a lot of like Keith Urban, kind of down the country vein, and Brock's like EDM. So there's like a little bit of everything. That's why it like all kind of culminates into this new experience.
What are your favorite EDM songs you're listening to lately, Brock?
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna discuss EDM. Okay.
We can't finish a 2021 talking to the Hunter brothers. We just want to see, Luke, how are you doing?
Yes. Of course.
Well, thank you very much for asking. I appreciate that. It's been a journey, that's for sure. Actually, it was an exciting day yesterday because I was in Regina and I was able to get the cast off and the pin that's been put through my wrist pulled out, and I'll be starting rehab once again, kind of all over within the next 2 weeks. So I'm excited for the future and hoping that I'm going to get some of my range and motion back and but it's been a journey.
We'll keep we'll keep everything crossed for you. Do you think as rehab goes on, and if things are looking promising, that you guys will have some tour dates in the future?
We're working on things.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, guys, for joining us.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Merry Christmas, you guys.
Merry Christmas. See you soon, hopefully.
Oh, now